So, Ndate Tjale, we were talking about how people are allowing themselves to be influenced by politicians, by teachers, by parents. If you ask that politician, have you been to university? You might find that they've never been to university. They don't know what it means to study. And so you forgive them. They are advising you on the basis of what they know. So you might find your parents, they've never been to college themselves. But they want you to realize a dream that themselves failed to realize. So now you might find your teachers, they only know the little exposure they've been to. Because why? They have never done any course that is called career guidance. So they do not have it. So we are here abroad. We are in the first world. We are in Europe. We are recruiting for a university of the world that's here in Europe, and Australian universities are looking for us. Did you after we got in touch with you there at Convention Center? People contacted us from Australia. They want our services. We're going to Australia. We're going to South Africa. Wits University, UCT. We're going to be recruiting for them. So now we are saying to our students, don't listen to your parents and make that a final choice. Yes, take it, consider it, but leave your mind open for other people who have more exposure than your parents and your teachers. That's my take to it. To say, students, I'm not attacking anybody. Politicians are trying, but politicians are very selfish, unfortunately. And I'm telling it like it is because that's the way it is. Politicians are about getting re-voted and staying in power against all odds. If you want someone to help you and the politician doesn't like that person, a politician will say, no, don't take it. Just because the politician doesn't like that person and they want you not to benefit from the person that them as politicians don't like, just in the political interest. Selfish people, very selfish in nature, because why? They want only things to appear like them, they are God and they can solve problems for everybody. No, that's why we signpost, we refer people, because even ourselves, we don't know everything. We will say, okay, if you need counseling psychologist, go to Ndate Tsepa. If you need spiritual counseling, go to Ndate Tjale. If you need general counseling, go to Ndate Tjale. If you need social worker, go to Ndate Lelisa. So politicians will act as though they know everything. They solve everything. No, it cannot be like that. So some of the students have listened to politicians who are politicizing what we offer. Unfortunately, there is this student who has accepted it wholeheartedly. We are going to make sure it counts for this student. And next year, we are not going to be chasing after anybody to take our scholarship. Next year, we are going to be, this year in September, after the student arrives and they see her being collected from Dublin International Airport and then going to the university, registering, going into the classroom, showing them all she wants to show them, then we'll make a call to a number one student for the coming results, number one nationally, and number one at St. Paul. Only those two. Because we have offered people from other schools that we have offered students from St. Stephen's. All of them declined. I'm going to say it like it is. We have offered a student from Sophia. They have declined. So we have offered a student from Leribe English Medium. They have declined. So next year, nobody, no chasing, nobody will be chasing anybody. A student that will come tops at St. Paul's High School will have applied in September to say, I hereby apply for this scholarship. Before it comes out, in September, a student that will come out tops of the country will have applied and we will close the scholarship call before the results are out. So that people now don't have to base themselves on on their results. No, this scholarship will be closed by that time. We'll close it early January, just before the results are out. Maybe the first week of January we will close it. The call will be made on our website. We are launching the website today. The call will be made, and I want to show people how a politician can destroy you. A politician would have said, don't take this scholarship. 2 years down the line, a politician is not a politician anymore because their political party is ousted out of power, and they are not a minister anymore, and you are still a poor student yourself. Nothing has changed for you, and you have listened to the politician who's even out of power. Now they have the money to send their own student here. What happens? That child is taking them out of their situation. They are making business even more. What happens to your situation? You listened to them. Hard luck for you. But we are telling you today, and we won't be talking about this again. Politicians are being very selfish. Teachers, I can't call them selfish because they are trying to help, but they are limited in exposure. And parents, I cannot talk bad of parents because they don't know, but they have a dream about their child. They are doing good. The only person I won't forgive is the politician who wants to be selfish about denying a student a free gift of 660,000 value of Maluti to come and study here and make money. The first 30 days you are here, you are employed. A politician says, don't go, because you're going to the men I don't like. Oh my God. I don't want to be liked by a politician. I have enough love in my house. So, Ntate Tjale, dintho tsena ke a di kgalemela. E hlile ha ke etsa jena ka jeno, ke kgalemela ba politiki ba sebedisang bana ba batho ba ba hanele hore ba nke di-scholarship tse tlo fetola maphelo a bona only hore lemo se tlang mo politiki a bang contacta le kunutu nga ga ntate ke na le ngwana mona a pasitseng tjena. Hey banna. Ntate Tjale, what can you say about the way we must allow ourselves as students who comes to mold our dream career paths?
But I think I appreciate the way you have addressed this issue of young minds being locked in the country on the basis of political affiliations.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Because we as young people of Lesotho, this has to hit the corners of this country, that we are suffering as young people. And definitely no one cares about that. On the basis of political interest, it's an issue that we need to address as young people. Or else we need to be called psychologically imbalanced young people, because you see people committing suicide. You see young people switching to drug abuse. You see young people committing a number of crimes in this country, breaking, stealing, theft, corruption in the same systems of this country. And we are still silent. No one cares about that. And we want to say, let these people out so that they have a paramount kind of exposure. Somebody wants to decline that. It is very painful to see a young person suffering who has gotten maybe a bigger chance to have gone out and brought something home, so that we can solve the same problems. I'm going to say this to the heart, because I want to challenge the African kind of education and the sort of education that we have.
Yeah.
Because the education we have is not from problem to solution.
Yeah.
It is just an ordinary education that does not meet the needs of the people. That is why even our ministries, our offices are this corrupt. No one cares about that. And we seem to lock people in that situation. You see somebody holding masters, working as a teacher at primary level. You see somebody holding a PhD, working as a teacher in high school, teaching grade 8 students. What is that?
You see? So
people are becoming the victims of the same are the people, young people of today, who are capable. And this can be only seen and understood by people who have gone to school, that this education does not pay a price. How do we rewrite, reconstruct, and remake this education to solve the problems of this country, so that we can at least make money? Because Lesotho, by the way, does not produce anything, but it has engineers, it has electricians, it has pharmacists, it has all sorts. But those people can't produce even a toothpick. What is that?
So you see that, Tjale, you raised a very important issue there, and I must say to you that when we are addressing these issues, we are not attacking anybody, but we are talking hard about them because they are painful. You know, when I was studying my Master of Arts in Child, Youth and Community at the University of Galway in 2021, I realized that all the modules were answering the needs of this country. Not the program. Listen to me. I didn't say all the programs. No. All the modules. Let me tell you one of the modules I did. One of the modules I did was working with, of course, it will be human rights. I'm working for children and communities and youth, human rights. They teach you the human rights of all sectors of the people, and the international conventions and the national obligations and statutory partying and everything that goes with it. Now you come to talk about children's issues. They will teach you a legislation that is dealing with children's issues, and please help me, all of you, push a petition that's going on social media where I'm asking the Parliament of Lesotho, even as they opened, to modify, to amend the bill called the Children and Protection Welfare Bill of 2011, so that it can be benchmarking on the Irish one. That's actually what I'm saying. I'm going to send it to you, Ndate, to request that you help me push it, because we need more signatures there, so that we can take it to the Parliament before they can finalize the bill. I understand the current bill act is going under review for amendment, and that's when I thought, okay, let me participate. You see why I'm answering the needs of the people, because I studied in a culture where we are trained to solve problems. So I am an expert of children's issues. Now I say to the Basotho people, Basotho, let's stop weaponization of children during the times that our marriages our marriages are failing. When we are dissolving our marriages, let's stop the weaponization of children. Let's stop denying another parent access, even though the court didn't deny them. Just because you are granted custody doesn't mean the other parent who was not granted custody was denied access. No, it's not supposed to be access that is defined in the legal document. It has to be a normal access that we parents make it possible to say, if the children want to talk to me, don't hide their phones. Don't talk to me through their phones. Don't talk to me through their emails. So people are weaponizing children during divorce, and children are suffering emotionally. Children love the two of us together equally. You badmouth me, it doesn't help. They know, they lived with the two of us. They know us both. So I'm saying to you, I've been trained to solve the issues of the society. That's why that petition didn't need anybody to authorize. I said to myself, I'm starting a petition to help contribute in the amendment of the bill, of the act on the Children Protection and Welfare Protection and Welfare Act of 2011 in Lesotho. So we are trying to contribute, because the education that we received here in Europe taught us how to solve problems, not to teach us to learn for the sake of learning. So I want to challenge us like you to say, one of the modules I was doing, I was telling you that the modules, not even the programs, are covering and addressing social issues. One of them is called working with specific populations. That Working with specific populations is a module I loved so much. We are calling industry partners to come and teach us how they deal with the society. We are taught theory in class. One of them was homelessness, and one of them was direct provision, and one of them was disability. One of them was domestic violence. We don't. Oh my God. Oh my God. One of them was poverty among children, because it is a specific population where children are stuck in poverty. And some of these children were made poor by their parents when they divorced. Not to say people cannot divorce, it's their choice as lovers. When it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But the impacts of it, does anybody care? Because there used to be 2 incomes in the family. Now there is 1. Who suffers? The children. Though the children now, the parent who's having access is saying, don't even talk to him. Oh my God. Oh my God. So now that I'm showing you, and one of the modules there is called working with families. So when you go out, you will see the social work department announcing that we are looking for a family worker. So the programs we do in college are done to meet the need in the industry, so that as a student who holds a qualification for family from the University of Galway, you can now go and become a family project worker. That position is there, family project worker, because there is a student who learned a qualification called working with families. Like it will be called Child, Youth and Families. That's the name of the program. I did Master of Arts in Child, Youth and Community. So this one is now undergraduate, it will be Child, Youth and Family. So do you see all the family workers that we have are trained, and they are answering the needs that are in the community. So when we are telling people we have more exposure than you guys because we are abroad, and don't take it in a bad way. We are telling you the truth. So that, how about us trying this model where the programs go out in the industry to see what the industry needs? The universities then develop programs that answer the need in the industry. What would be your take to that?
I think it would be helpful that we go and observe what is it that is happening out there, and try by all means to meet those needs. Because, by the way, like I said, if I truly captured your question, like you ask it, you find that like I said, in this country, it is so hard. It is so hard. Like I said, I'm coming from Matlame. That place, it is full of challenges that you have just mentioned. That people, theft, gender-based violence, crimes. So we need to go and maybe ask social development as a minister, what is it that you offer to answer this?
Yeah.
So much that, because, by the way, if you just answer their educational standards that you sponsor them, then what do you want to achieve by sponsoring these people?
Exactly.
What is it that you want to change out these people? What is that you want to bring to the village? Because the level of our education seems to outweigh that what we need to have on the table. And I think rewriting and reconstructing it, redefining this education so that it fits directly to the list. Like you said, what would a mathematician do in the context where people are being raped, people are being beaten, children are being bullied, children are being trafficked? What would the mathematician do? Does the industry offer the needs as needed by the people? If not, then what's the use?
Exactly.
So we need to go, we need to challenge such system and maybe rewrite this thing. Maybe, let me say it loudly, so we need to help rewrite the curriculum.
To be honest, Ndate, I'm just over the moon to get to criticize our own system, because we are also open to criticism. They are also criticizing me. So why can't I criticize them? So, Tjale, now I think we have done justice to this issue. I want us now to go to the services that you provide. I'm not going to ask you questions. I want to give you a free flow. I can even move away from this platform and only have yourself here, and it will be yourself and the QR codes that I want people back home. Hey, back home, you viewers, what you can do is to QR code our Facebook, our WhatsApp if you want to talk to us, and subscribe to our YouTube channel by just following the QR code. I'm going to move away a bit so that I can give Ntate Tjale a freelancing role. He's filling the whole screen. He's all by himself. Ntate Tjale, I want you to tell us your services, all of them. You have the whole time to yourself. Market yourself. Let the people know what you do, how to get hold of you at the end of it all. And ke o fa sebaka sena ntate.
Ke a leboha Ntate Retha-Billy. Jwalo ka ha se ke boletse, I am the councillor ke Mhlabulli. Ke fana ka di-service tse fapaneng. Ke fana ka service tsa tlhabollo from individual level, motho o tla ka bo mong, or people come with as a group. That is, I also provide group counseling. I also provide family and marital counseling. I provide I provide counseling for couples, which is basically for a level of marriage counseling. I also provide the same counseling for people who are ready to get married to each other or who are already in the marriage. I also provide the same counseling services to people in the context of the family, whereby the family can have a certain problem that they want to have, or maybe because, by the way, counseling is not about problems; it's about identifying and finding self. So a family can come and we have that's the we talk session about family status and everything, marital status, and I also provide coaching in different contexts, be it in the church or in the village community or in schools or in different parts of the world, where people are coming together, and then I begin to coach them about things like in the last 2 weeks I was in Prt2 providing motivation on mental health and financial literacy. I called people came together as entrepreneurs in the city of Prt2 in the river. They came together and we managed to talk about challenges in business and everything that encounters the business or entrepreneurship in general. So we're talking about financial literacy and how is it relevant to mental health. So that's my profile for I also work with the schools, like I said, providing people with coaching, motivating young people, giving hope and so on.
Ke a leboha Ntate Tjale ka hore o hlalositse ditshebeletso tseo le di etsang ka bophara bo boholo le ka bokgabane bo boholo. So batho ba le fumana ho kae ntate?
Okay, the Facebook number 1 ke lebitso la ka ntse hla ele Molefitale for contact ho ngolla Facebook, or else you can write on our page every time our mind bridge mental and behavioral health. Like I said, it's a page on Facebook. Also, you'll find us on LinkedIn in the Molefitale. WhatsApp, I have my WhatsApp number, which is 57 29 13 85.
Okay, Peter, happen no more on that.
57 29 13 85. Get our WhatsApp, let's call. You get me there for.
Ke kopa re phetela o qetela ntate ke phete ka mora hao. 57 29 13 85.
Endate.
Ke a leboha Ntate Tjale ka hore o arolelane le rona nako ya hao ntate. Interview ena a sale e tshwanetse e etsahetse kgale, empa ka baka la mosebetsi wo re neng re le ka ho ona wo boneng company ya bo rona ile ka go setjhaba sa Basotho, mme ke lebohe tshehetso eo Basotho ba re fileng yona. Ke hona ho tla pekwa ntate ko bolelle ka mona ka makgweng hohle lefatsheng ho tloha ka jeno ka morao re launch fela ntate ho tlo pekwa ha e qala e otla nako ya 12:30 re tla be re fa Basotho jwale link yo ha ba tseba emetse hore di app tsa rona di kgona ho pasa di test tsa Android le iPhone re se re di rometse ntate jwale ho tla nka matsatsinyana mohlomong beke tse isang tse tharo hore di ya through the process eno ya ho testuwa hore na e fela e le tsa di-standard tse hlokwang ke iPhone hape le Samsung one re utlwa hore ke tsa Android re tlo ba fa link hore ha ba ntse ba eme in the meantime ba sebedise link eno ho applyela mesebetsi le ho applyela university ena ya rona e leng ya Holmes Institute Dublin mo recruitment agency e bitswang Goodly Heritage Recruitment Agency e abetsweng mosebetsi ke university ena e kgolo lefatsheng hobane ena le di-campus tse 13 re sa tswa bula Botswana mane mme ha morao in my shows ke tla arolelana le Basotho website ya Holmes Institute mo no Botswana e le hore ba sitwang ho tla monana monana island ba ka ya mo no Botswana ba fitla ba ithuta teng mme ha re tsebe rona mmuso o tla re wa ba hlapisa kapo ho etsahala jwang mo ne se le ho lona le Basotho hore le atamele ba lekala la ditlhapiso le utlwe rona hana ha le ithuta naheng tseno tsa Afrika Borwa le Botswana na ho etsahala jwang impa be on the lookout for our launch that's happening later today ka 12:30 e tla be le ha re ho setjhaba jwale di sebediswang tse sa le re le tshepisa tsona re company e nyanyana e holang ha re nyanya company e kgolo e holang ka sekgahla se seholo ne ke le ka go bonyanyana in terms of age hobane company ya rona ntate e fumane mosebetsi ona ka di 31 tsa December impa ha ke bua le wena ga apply sitse ba ithuti university mona ba ka hodimo ho 30 mme boholo ba bona bo tla sekolong ka June ke na le Basotho ke motlotlo ona jwale ba ka hodimo ho palo tse nne ba seng ba entse full payment ba tla ka June ba tla ka September le tla bona Basotho ha re fetola naha eno ya rona re sa batle hore mo politiki a re thuse ho e fetola re e fetola ka ditjhelete tsa rona le kenya letsoho ka raporoto ya ke mo gona ke sa rateng batho entse ba ga kopa scholarship hobane ha ba qala ba etsa jalo ba boela system yona ya ho controla ke monga scholarship impa bokelletsa tjhelete ha ona mo re ba leelang teng le mo setlang ka February ka June le ka September tla bentse re nka ba ithuti hotla lokisa tjhelete ya hao o kenye letsoho ka pokotong ya hao o patale o sa hloke hore motho wa mo politiki a tlotla a o influencer a o etsetsa dikgetho tse tlo suta yena a tsamaye a lo imaketa ka wena ebe jwale ha ga ta imaketa ka wena o felella fela ke yena gaineng ka hore o fumana di votes ha ntsa bua ka wena so ka o tsho jwalo rona ha re dipolitiking re kgwebong le re ntshe ho dipolitiki la utlwa ha re dipolitiking mona na rona re kgwebong so dipolitiki ke field e ntle ebile e na le course man political science ke batla ho tseba na ba politiki bana ba rona ntate Tjale ke ba kae ba nang le degree ya political science
everybody participate in that
ke tseba ntate nkemele mo khutswanyane ntate Thomas motswa hae ke a mo hlompha monneno hobane ke hopolega ka re yena ke e mongwe ba bang be ke utlwa motho o la etsa political science so batho bana ba bang kaofela dipolitiki tsena ha o ka mo botsa ka hore na Karl Marx wa mo tseba ha o ka mmotsa ka hore na o tseba taba ya capitalist o sa e rutwi ka dipolitiki o e rutwa e le theo capitalism o sa e balelle o e apply dipolitiki fela o e apply le concept ya gabelang bophelo ka kakaretso wa e tseba wa tseba the bourgeoisie wa di tseba the bourgeoisie wa di tseba where the richer get richer and the poor get poorer. Oh my God. Batho ba ntate ha ba eme mo ba lwantsha setjhaba ha re se thusa ba na le degree tsa political science.
We just participate, hence in our parliament status quo, when everybody's there, we are all there.
Ha khona ntate ntho e tse tshwanetse ba e shebe hobane ba distractive hobane jwale dipolitiki ba ithutile tsona e le ntho ka experimentation jwale ha ba ithuta tsona ka sehlopheng kore ke batla ho bua nnete ke batla ho challenge nna in the next Lesotho I would love to see us having politicians Nate Malema Julius I love that name Julius Malema studied politics in the University of South Africa. So, ha bua ka di theory tsa dipolitiki o bua ka ntwa e tsebang. Jwale batho bana na ha o ka mmotsa o go ntse theory le nngwe ya political science you are saying you are a politician. What single theory of political science do you know? Zero. How about one mono by Lesas Chava? Silo wela moholokohlong kwanana. Ha ba na batle dikolong. Ba se isa moholokohlong ba ka sakaya hobane motho yo na ga tsena wela political party ife. E hlile ha ke political party. Mona na ke business e hle bontate le bomme. E ke khalemetse ka jeno ene ke tla dula ntse ke ba khalemela. Ntate Tjale ntate mantswe a o qetela ke a feng ntate ha o akaretsa puo eo re buileng le yona le wena o ka re ntate.
For this presentation, making a and we as young people of this country, we need to be empowered as young people. We need to engage even into the debates and bills of this country. Because I was not so hard. I was not matter. In a way, when I go and see the end of the doesn't give you that party. So I didn't think at the same one along to get a hatona. May have got a strong water on how they should get to a cafe. And so you put on a better and are they empowered? Are they given space to participate in everything? We as young people, matter. To defend a certain political party or to defend a certain somebody as a status stating, where do we belong? We need to find our sense of belonging as young people. So much that when we stand firm, we are saying, we want this. If you want to go out and come back home, please help them get our own. Explore out. Let's be given that opportunity because, by the way, it's the status. Some Ministry of Health for Lesotho suicide is a common problem in Lesotho, and that calls for attention on now. Why am I trying to pull out? Why am I trying to pull out? Why am I trying to go to Bonavella? Why am I trying to go to what is going on? How about yes, we are young people of today, and we need our wealth of today.
Ntate Tjale we wotlile ngwana mme we wotlile botsekeng ntate ke lebuile haholo ka nako re fileng yona ngwana mme ke lebuile haholo ga address ditaba tsa setjhaba ka tsela eo ke thabileng hobane ha ga hlasela motho empa re buile ditaba tsa nnete tse etsahalang naheng ya bo rona hobane ke rona ba phelang naheng eno ya bo rona mme ke rona ba tsebang ditaba tsa naha eno ya rona e re go bolella ntate Tjale ke tla o etsetsa difference naheng eno e ke phelang ho yona ha ke ne ke ngodisa kgwebo ena batho bana ba itse ha ba bona kgwebo ya ka boholo ba yona ba re he mona re kopa hore re go jwetse ntho e etsahetseng ba re kopa hore wena o tle le partner ya hao le tle training e re qala mbekeng e tlang maobane ke ne ke qala training ya teng ya business management e organize ke county council e le go masepala ha bona kgwebo ya ka re ke kene ka mono e le gona fela batho ba batsho ile magwa fela ke ne ke le mong le molekano wa ka ke tlo monyala suni ka June mona ntate re ne re le babedi fela batho ba batsho go ne go tletse magwa fela ka mono ile ho bane batho ba batsho ba mona mohlomong taba ya kgwebo ha ba itse empa ke go o jwetse ha o bonwa boholo ba kgwebo ya rona motho eo re ne re ile ho yena ne re lo ipatlela office space se re batla ho hira office e kgolo bakeng sa hore ditshebeletso tsa rona jwale di a atologa ha re fitla mono ntate ba re icon re na le training e bile ba re ho so bile ho tletse fela re tlo le kenya ba re ho tletse fela re tlo le kenya e hlile ha ke fitla mono ke saena lebitso la company ya heso e ne le la ho qetela mo ho saenwang teng e hlile ba ne ba sa swase ho ne ho tletse partner ya ka o la tlameha ga ngole lebitso la hae yena jwale ka letsoho hobane batho bana ba re beke tse tharo kaofela re ntse re kwetliswa kgwebo mme taba eno ha e mana ha o etsa kgwebo ka bomadimabe ba o thibela le go fela o se ka ba o thibela ho register ba o thibela ho bulela dibanka ba o thibele ntho engwe le engwe o batluwe ntho se sa batluwang batho ba bang ba mpatile dintho se sa batluweng batho ba bang hae moo tseo e le hore ntse e le molaong batho ba bang ba re nna ke register dintho ena ke e batluwe empa ha e fitla ho moshemane eno wa motlong e batluwe mme ke sebete sa hore ke re ke fumane tshehetso ho ba ditjhaba ho ena le ba haeso mme ke a tseba bibele e re moprofeta kapo ke bibele ya Mosotho moprofeta ha bokwe Jesu Kriste ba ile ba monyedisa hobane ba tseba maemo ao a tswalletseng ho ona ba tseba hore o tswetswe ke ngwanana ya sa nyalwang ba tseba hore ha a tswallwa ntlong ye mabaibai o tswalletswe setaleng sa dipere ba tseba hore o tswetswe ke monna wa carpenter ba monyedisa ka moo a tswang teng ba se ka ba monyedisa ka seo ho thweng wa se tlisa ke morena wa marena ke kgosi ya dikgosi ke ena mopholosi wa lefatshe ke ena moprofeta e moholo ha a tla palame tonki ya kalletse tonki ngwana mme ba ne ba mo shebela fatshe empa Kriste o ne a tseba seo a se tletseng ka ho tjholo ke re baditjhaba ba ngwehlile ka letsoho ba re ene training eno ha ke tata ho e phethela ke tlo dula mo ke go ruta Basotho bano bao hae mono bona ha o etsa kgwebo o shebang hore na o mang o ikamanya le dipolitiki difeng ha o sena dipolitiki tso wela mo tsona ha ona batla ho hwehla ha eba o wela politiking tse nyatsuang e sentse le mathata ke a kgalemela ke tjolo he la bontate le bomme ba dipolitiking naha eno e tlamele e be naha e ka hodimo ho dipolitiki di thusana ho fana ka tsamaiso e le hore batho ba mmuso wa naha ena ntate ba mphile kokiso ha ba mpatadisa ke qale mono ke hlalose ho nothwe ho tletse ba re ntate kena fela ho tletse ebile ha re tlo patadisa hobane ha ba sheba kgwebo ya ka ba re he ke kgwebo e kgolo ena jwale mane ha eso mo ke tswang teng ho thweng ke mang motho empa o se ka ba jaja motho ka moo a tswang teng hobane you are not where you come from. You are where you took yourself to. I went to the university. I studied National University of Lesotho 4 years. Bachelor of Social Work. I studied 1 year, 2 years. I did it through 2 years. Honors in Social Work, University of South Africa. I have the right to practice in South Africa. Actually, I'm registered with SACSP. Ndate ke khona ho counsellor South Africa. Ke khona ho counsellor mo Lesotho. Now ke khona ho counsellor. That's why I'm going to launch a company of counseling virtual. Everyone good heritage therapies. You know what I mean? Because why ke na le ke rupetswe ho etsa dintho tseno ke mkhona ke reng why ba politiki ba rona bona ba kena dipolitiki fela ba sena political science why because maybe they would have a better understanding rona hona jeno ko wa practice wa counsel o sena le ngola counseling why ba politiki ba tloela ba kene mo fela bana le 0 le 7 le siko why ba tsetsa na ye policy wa no. Maybe we must review these things. So ke re ntate batho ba mmuso ona ba mmemme ke tlo shega le marangrang o tla bona maobane ha ke ne ke le ka thupelong le partner ya ka go lo kwetliswa mahala re mmengwe ke mmuso jwale o bapisa le naha ye wena o tswang yona batho ba bohloko ba o hanela ile matona ba ema mane fela ba re a ke ba ya kae ka paka hela DPS di ya ema hela bana dipolitiki tse di rentseng nna bana ha re sa le batho ke a kgalemela ka jeno mme ha ke sa tla hlola ke kgalemela jena hape ke la ho qetela ntate Tjale empa ke rata hore batho ba utlwang ke ba hlasela ha ke le hlasele ke a le kgalemela la utlwa hai he ntate ke rata ke go tlile ngwana mme ke le buile haholo ka nnete ka seabo sa hao ke rata hore ke le bue ho menane company ya hae no le bitso la yona ke mang o ka e bitsa hape le fumane ya ho kae ha motho a batla ho tla physically ha motho a batla ho le letsetsa le fumane ya ho kae ho marangrang kapa ho difono tsa mehala
difono tsa mehala tse ke fane ka tsona tsa 57 29 13 85 o tla re thola Facebookong Mindbridge Mental and Behavioral Health e page ya rona o tla re thola hape ona Facebookong ka mabitso a ka a Tjale o tla re thola hape LinkedIn ka Tjale ke tsona ba tsona tse maka fumana ona teng tshela re tla re tla ona YouTube re fumana ya so that somebody can access us from YouTube also
ntate Molefi Tjale ntate ke lebohile haholo ka nako ya hao ngwana mme ke le lakaletsa katleho ntate tswela pele o pase congratulations o re o passitse ka first class ntate congratulations ke o lebohela haholo ngwana mme make it count ntate kena sekolo ho feta o sebetse ho feta hobane ha o thibele hore o kene sekolong tse o sebetsa so ntate pusha ka mokgwa o ka pushang le rona September ena ke a be ke qala masters o mong hape wa law ntate university e bitswang UCD UCD you must pay me I mentioned you you must pay me ke lo etsa course e bitswang law for social workers mono UCD ke be ke fitla ke etsa course e nngwe ntate e bitswang ka hore ke a psychology ena ntate e bitswa ka human behavior development ntate so ke lo analyze ditaba tsena na tsa behavior tseo le di coverang company ya hao ke di kenetse sekolo ke mo gona ke re na ba politiki ba politiki ha bana le political science ka polo ha ke re etseng debate ke go pa o challenge batho bohle ka gana ha Lesotho ba politiki ba lokile hona ha bantse ba politika ntho bona ba sa yelang sekolo matitjhere ha ruti ha sna lengolo la ho ruta baoki ha baoki ha ba sna lengolo la booki di lawyer ha di lawyer ha di sna lengolo la bo lawyer di social worker ha di social worker ha di sna lengolo la bo social worker why ba politiki bona ba politika ba sna lengolo la bo politiki ha ke re tsitsiteng na mo ai ko ke le wile tate ba sa tsile bolatendate